What if I told you one of NASCAR's most respected voices just reacted to the biggest controversy of the season, and fans are absolutely stunned by what he said? After Tyler Reddick pulled off a shocking three-peat victory at Circuit of the Americas, the NASCAR garage didn't celebrate. It exploded. Drivers were furious. Fans started accusing teams of bending the rules. And now, Dale Earnhardt Jr. has finally broken his silence. But his reaction? Let's just say it wasn't what many people expected. Before we dive in, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because we cover the biggest NASCAR drama, insider reactions, and race controversies you won't hear anywhere else. Now let's talk about what really happened at COTA and why this story is getting bigger every hour. The race at Circuit of the Americas was already shaping up to be one of the most intense road course battles of the season. But nobody expected the final laps to turn into a full-blown controversy. Tyler Reddick and his 2311 racing team were battling at the front when strategy suddenly changed everything. Late race pit calls, aggressive moves, and a controversial moment that fans are now calling the move that broke the race. When the checkered flag waved, Reddick had done again. 3 straight wins. A massive statement for 2311 racing. But instead of celebration, the NASCAR garage filled with frustration. Some drivers claimed the move crossed the line. Others suggested teams may have exploited a rule loophole. And that's when the word nobody in NASCAR likes to hear started appearing online. Cheating. Within minutes of the race ending, social media lit up. Fans were debating the finish. Analysts were breaking down the final laps frame by frame. And drivers? They weren't holding back. Several competitors hinted that what happened in the closing laps didn't feel right. Some believed the strategy used by Reddick's team pushed NASCAR's rules to the absolute limit. Others argued it was simply smart racing. But one thing was clear: the garage was divided, and the controversy was growing fast. Online, the reaction was even more explosive. Fans flooded NASCAR forums and comment sections with one big question: did Tyler Reddick win fair and square? Some believed the strategy used by 2311 Racing was genius. Others accused the team of manipulating the race. A few fans even demanded NASCAR review the finish. Within hours, the COTA result wasn't just a race win anymore. It had become one of the biggest talking points of the season. And that's when everyone started waiting for one person to respond. When it comes to NASCAR opinions, few voices carry more weight than Dale Earnhardt Jr. The Hall of Fame driver, broadcaster, and podcast host has built a reputation for being honest, thoughtful, and brutally real about the sport. So when rumors started swirling about the COTA finish, fans immediately asked one question: what does Jr. think? It didn't take long for him to respond. And when he did, his reaction surprised a lot of people. Instead of immediately calling out the move or criticizing Reddick's team, Dale Earnhardt Jr. took a different approach. He reminded fans that NASCAR has always been a sport built on pushing limits. Teams constantly search for advantages. Drivers take risks. Crew chiefs gamble on strategy. And sometimes, those risks spark controversy. Jr. suggested that before people start throwing around accusations, it's important to look at the bigger picture. Was it aggressive? Yes. Was it controversial? Absolutely. But was it cheating? That's where things get complicated. One of the biggest issues with the COTA finish is how NASCAR's rulebook works. Unlike stick and ball sports, racing rules often leave room for interpretation. Teams are constantly studying regulations, looking for gray areas. Sometimes those gray areas lead to innovation. Other times they lead to controversy. And according to Jr., this situation might fall exactly into that category. If a team finds a legal advantage within the rules, is it cheating? Or is it simply smart racing? That question has divided fans all week. When analysts reviewed the final laps of the race, one thing became clear. 2311 Racing executed their strategy almost perfectly. Timing, track position, aggression, everything lined up at exactly the right moment. Some drivers believed the move was too aggressive. Others admitted they probably would have done the same thing if they were in Reddick's position. And that's part of what makes NASCAR so unpredictable. Sometimes the difference between genius and controversy is just one corner. This story isn't just about one race. It's about the future of NASCAR competition. If teams continue pushing the limits of the rulebook, the sport could see more controversial finishes like COTA. Some fans love the drama. Others worry it could damage the integrity of sport. And NASCAR officials are now under pressure to decide whether any rule changes are needed. Because if nothing changes, this debate could happen again. While fans and analysts argued online, Tyler Reddick himself finally addressed the controversy. His message? Simple. He believes the team raced within the rules. Reddick praised his crew for executing the strategy perfectly and said the victory was the result of hard work and smart decision-making. He also acknowledged that racing at the highest level will always create strong opinions. But from his perspective, the result stands. And the three-peat victory remains one of the biggest moments of the season. Even after Reddick's response, the NASCAR garage isn't completely satisfied. Some drivers still believe the move crossed the line. Others think the outrage is being exaggerated. But everyone agrees on one thing. The COTA finish has sparked one of the most intense debates NASCAR has seen in a long time. And with the season continuing, tensions between teams could keep rising. Because when controversy enters the garage, it rarely disappears quickly. Dale Earnhardt Jr. ended his reaction with a reminder that perfectly captures the spirit of NASCAR. Racing has always been messy. It's emotional. It's unpredictable. And sometimes the biggest stories aren't just about who wins, but how they win. Whether you believe Reddick's victory was brilliant strategy or something more controversial, one thing is certain. The COTA race will be talked about for a long time. Moments like this are exactly why NASCAR remains one of the most dramatic sports in the world. Every race has the potential for chaos. Every strategy decision could change everything. And every controversy brings fans deeper into the story. Which means the next race could be even bigger. Because now the entire garage will be watching Tyler Reddick. Waiting, wondering, and maybe planning their response. If you enjoyed this breakdown of the COTA controversy and want more NASCAR drama, analysis, and behind-the-scenes stories, make sure you subscribe to the channel right now. We're covering the biggest racing news, driver reactions, and controversies all season long. And trust me, the next NASCAR story might be even bigger than this one. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.